Hi, this is James with Tabletop Gaming Guild, and today we're going to take a look at Weretigers. Weretigers is going to be published by Swordane Games, and this game here is going to play between 2 to 4 players. This is a game that's coming to crowdfunding, and it's going to be on Kickstarter here. So this is going to be a video where we're going to give you an idea of how the game plays. However, keep in mind that this is a prototype, and the art and rules and stuff are subject to change as the Kickstarter goes by and as they play test it and all that fun stuff. But this game here is going to be like a tower defense or a defense game. So think like Seven Samurai or Castle Panic, where you're going to be trying to defend your village, castle, or whatnot from waves of monsters coming in. In this case, you're going to be trying to defend your village from Weretigers. And these Weretigers are trying to get into your village and eat all up the villagers. So let's go ahead down the table here. I'm going to show you how this game plays, give you a general idea how it flows, and then we're going to come back and I'm going to give you my final thoughts. All right, so this is Weretigers. Now this is a prototype, so remember everything here is subject to change. The art can change, rules can change. Just anything can change in this game throughout the Kickstarter and through playtesting and whatnot. To start the game, the setup's really easy. You're going to place out this board here. You're going to place out these walls and these trap tokens for everyone to be able to reach. You'll place out these 3 boss tokens, and then all the other monster tokens you're going to face with a question size up and shuffle them up and leave them on the table. Then you're going to take this villager deck, shuffle it up, and place 3 cards out. And then for the players, they have these special cards here with this little marking on here, and each player is going to get their set of 4. Each player is going to get a recruiter, trapper, scout, and builder. Then they're going to get this XP track. They're going to dock 2 dice in it, and they get the rest of the 7 dice to play for the game. Now you're ready to start the game. Now this game is going to take over rounds, and what we're trying to do is we're trying to get to the bottom of this watch deck. There's going to be a first watch, a second watch, and then at the very bottom is the Glorious Dawn. If we make it here, we win the game. Now this is the base mode for play. There'll be other difficulties and other things available throughout the Kickstarter, but we're just going to go over the base mode here, give you a general idea how the game plays. Now the game's going to go in turns, in clockwise order, starting with whoever you want to have the first player. And each player is going to have 2 phases. They're going to have their village phase, and they're going to have the moon phase. In the village phase, they're going to be rolling dice and assigning dice. In the moon phase, monsters are coming out, and they're attacking the village. Now, you'll roll 2 dice for your turn, and you can do multiple different things with them. If I had doubles, I could play the builder. And if I play the builder, I get to use my doubles to build a wall. Now one thing to note is I can dock a die on here, and then the next time when it comes back around to me to roll, I can dock another die. You can do that with these. Now the scout is pretty simple. Whatever number 1 through 3 you dock on here, you get to peek at a card. You get to flip it over, one of these tokens, in the row. So if I had a 1, I could peek on one of the ones in the 1 row. So if I picked on this one, I would see that this one is just a noise in the wind, and that would get removed. But there's other ones like these monsters here that could get flipped over, and once they're revealed, we can deal with them a little easier. But that's how the scout works. The trapper, if I had a 6 and docked the 6 on there and used it, I get to place out a trap. And there's 6 locations to place the trap, and they're in between these. And what the trap's going to do is when one of these monsters gets pushed past the trap, you'll roll the die. On a 5 or 6, you take out the monster and the trap. On anything else, the trap stays and the monster's unhurt. So that's what the traps do. Now the walls themselves, what they're going to do is they just block any number of monsters or mysteries from going past the wall. But once that happens, the wall gets removed, and then they can keep on going on a later turn. So that's what walls do. The other thing I can do is I can recruit a card, a villager, to use. And these villagers all have unique abilities, and they're very powerful. And I can have up to 5 villagers in my row here. If I get another one after my 5, I can swap one of these out. Now, you can dock a dice, so this is 8, so I could dock a 6, and then next turn if I roll a 2 or something else, I could put it on here so I have 8 or higher, and then I can get my card. The other things you can do with your dice is you can dock them in the XP track. Once you fill this XP track up, the dice clear off and you get another die. But not only do you get another die, you get to roll 3 dice instead of your 2. And if I get this last one, I get to roll 4 dice instead of my 3, which is very powerful in this game to have those extra dice. The last thing you can do with your dice is you can, if the monster is where these swords crossing are, or in the village itself, you can place dice on the monster, and you're trying to get up to 10, or whatever their health is. They're all different health. Well, they don't all have different health, but they have different health on some of them. Once you have vanquished the monster, one of your dice or that come back can be used to dock on the XP track anywhere you want. And that can help you get to unlocking your extra die. Once you have finished your player actions, then you go into the moon phase. And what you're going to do for the moon phase is you're going to take the top card of this deck and flip it over. So you're going to look at the background color. In this case, it's blue, so it's going to match the lake here. You also see pictures of the lake down on here. And this one's going to add a mystery token to there. Now we're going to flip ahead here a little bit and look at some more of them. Like here, we'd put one in the red. Sorry, red, not green. And there's all sorts of other ones, and there's some special events. So like this one here, you're just going to push the blue ones forward. So if I had this one, a blue one would go forward. Later on, we're going to have some events here. Like this is going to discard all the cards in the villager market. We have some here that double up the token. So in this case, I would put out a token in the blue, and then I would place another token, and these would all get pushed down. So there's special events. There's also, later on, we get some boss tokens coming out. The boss tokens don't have a mystery side, but when they come out, like this one was going to come out on the top here, they take 18 points to kill. So they're very hard to kill. But that's basically it. Once you play your player actions, you're going to flip this card and do this. Now, let's go over some monster stuff here. If a mystery token ever makes it into the village, it's going to wipe out one of these cards permanently. And that's going to go in the village discard pile here. And that part of the market row is permanently gone. If you ever have 3 mysteries make it into your village, you immediately lose the game. The other danger is that, and some of these actually have special abilities, like this one here, when the baby Weretiger is killed, all the maternal instincts of all the other tigers fire off, and they all advanced 1, 2. So when they come into and they're in the village, you're going to look at this little number here, and that's how many cards or villagers it eats each turn. So in this case, if we didn't have a mystery token there, this would eat 2 villagers at the end of each moon phase, and then we would place 2 more out. Now these could, if this overflows past the market, you just start flipping over the top card from your deck there. And if that deck ever runs out, you also lose the game. And some of these are really devastating. Like this one here takes out 6 villagers per turn if it makes it into the village. And then you have some other tokens in here. Like the normal Weretigers that come in here, they're going to knock out 4 villagers per turn. And then you have some special ones that make your life miserable. Like this guy here will knock out 1 villager, but that's not the bad part about this one. This sneaky little traitor here, when it comes in here, makes it so you roll 1 less die. So if you didn't unlock any dice, or even if you did, you're going to be rolling 1 less dice. So if you're at 2 dice, you're only going to be rolling 1 dice, and that is really bad. Really, really bad. But that, and then here, like these ones are nothing. So if you flip them over, you don't have to worry about it. So these are going to come in here. They're going to try to ruin your day and end the game. And you, as like a tower defense, are going to be trying to take these out before they get there using your dice and strategizing with your other opponents. So that's it. You're either going to run out of villagers, run out of your market square because you have mystery tokens in there, or you're going to make it all the way through this watch deck to the end and have a glorious dawn. So that's going to be the basic idea, how you're going to play Weretigers and the flow of the game itself and what you can do on your turns. Let's go ahead back up to the table here and I will give you my final thoughts on Weretigers. So that was Weretigers. Now this game here, I can't say anything about the component quality on there, but the component quality of the prototype is amazing. And if it's like any of the other games that this publisher's come out with, it's going to have amazing component quality. The gameplay for this is a lot of fun. I enjoy playing this with my kids and my family, and I really enjoyed strategizing together and all the different options that you have in the game. So one of the really important things with this is the amount of different options you have with it. So this is more on the Seven Samurai end, where you have lots of different options you can have, except for this one has a little bit more of a layer to it where you can, upgrade and do other fun stuff. Or Seven Samurai, you're trying to get injured to the point where you can go onto your better side, or like Castle Panic, where you just have cards in your hand and you have what you have. So this game here, you have lots of different options to put for your dice and a lot of things to think about. So do you early on want to let the board build up a little bit and try to get that third die by going through your XP track, and maybe if you're super lucky, your fourth, but that's a lot of time that you're going to be putting into that XP track. Or are you going to be trying to build up your villagers and get more powerful villagers by recruiting them? Or are you going to not do either of those things and try to put out traps and build walls and prepare yourself and use your dice strictly to concentrate on these monsters coming in and trying to eliminate them? But if you do that, then you are limited in a way, so you don't have the more powerful villagers and you don't have the extra die. So there's a lot of balances and a lot of things to decide in this game itself. And there is a giant stack of villagers with all sorts of neat, unique abilities, which I do appreciate. So there's a lot of it. Even in the base game here, there's a lot to this game. I'm really excited to see what other modes they come with it. This one just had the base game in it, but they definitely have in the back of the rule book, it shows different modes that are going to be available and different ways of making it more difficult. So that's really cool. Reducing the amount that you have, what you can do with this, reducing the amount of cards that you have for the first and second watch would make it easier, although I am really interested in all the additional things that they're going to have available. Maybe different monsters that can pop up, maybe different twists or events that can fire off. Lots of really cool things that they can do with this game, and I'm super excited about it. This game here I consider like a better version of Castle Panic or Seven Samurai. I really think that this is the one that I would jump to, and like I said, my kids also liked it, so this was really a game that I can get them into, and a game that they picked up really easily, so it was easy to teach. Overall, I'm really happy with this. I can't wait to see what they do with the Kickstarter. Super excited to see that. Really love this company. I think this company is knocking it out of the park. This should be, I believe, the second game they've ever made, and both times a hit. So that's my thought on Weretigers. If you like what we do, please like and subscribe. It really helps us a lot. It helps us get more videos out to you all and all that fun stuff. But either way, I hope you all have a great day, and thank you for watching.